Okay. It's another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Golficity. We're going to be talking about Jon Rahm's win, an incredible, crazy finish at the BMW. We're previewing the Tour Championship this week. Got a lot of rules to talk about for this week. It's kind of weird. Just got some picks for that, and we're going to cap it off with birdies and bogeys of the week. So let's get into it. That was actually one of the craziest finishes to a golf tournament I've ever seen in my life.
I could not believe when Dustin Johnson made that putt.
Dude, I thought that thing was short. I thought he just left it so short, and it just kept going for 30 seconds. It felt like the ball didn't even go in yet.
Also, this is the Reggie Jackson episode.
44, Maud Bradshaw.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. What am I saying? Ernie Davis. Syracuse. Anyway, so yeah, Jon Rahm, he shot six under on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he went from T51 to first place.
Yeah, the way
not on Sunday, on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. No, that's
the way this course was playing, the fact that he went 4 under, 6 under with a stroke penalty on the Saturday, it was just I don't understand.
Yeah, everyone's scoring was, it's if you shoot even par, it's pretty good, and then it felt like everyone was going low. A lot of people were going low on Sunday though, or more people were at least.
I mean, I guess the course was just the condition was a little bit easier on Sunday.
I guess I don't know, because
guys were trying to make a push on Sunday. Maybe, I don't know.
There were also
Scotty Scheffler was 6 under at one point on Sunday.
Yeah,
sure.
He's the king of going 8 over and then 6 under.
Yeah, exactly.
I had Scotty Scheffler in a tournament matchup over Tiger, which hit by 6 strokes.
Mm-hmm.
They were separated by
Scheffler
one.
He was 10 over after the first day or something.
Yeah. No,
he wasn't bad.
He was 6 maybe, or 4 or 5.
He was beating Tiger by 1 going to the last day, and then he separated himself.
Yeah, so that was big. That was a big one.
What did he finish in 20th at what was he? How many over was he? Yeah, something like that. 5 over par. He finished in 20th.
Yeah. But when Jon Rahm hit that putt, so little preface to this, we're all watching separately, and we're all at college now. And there's just a flood of texts in the golf group chat oh my God, did you just see DJ? And everybody tunes in. Then we were all tuned in, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway. But
yeah, we're all watching.
Trevor has 10 to win 90 on Jon Rahm.
Mm-hmm. Beginning of the day,
and
saw it.
I
just throw 10. I went 10.
And I'm I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win this playoff. I feel like it's just a toss up, which it really was.
Yeah.
But then I was I don't know, Trevor, I'm riding with you.
You asked the question. You're who should I go on? And I was I mean, after that putt, on 18, you might as well ride the hot hand with DJ. And it was looking good at the start of the playoff where Rahm went a little bit right. Yeah. It was in the rough, and you're holy shit, he's gonna not.
Well, and DJ didn't hit a good shot either. He got so lucky.
He hit the tree and went right back out into the fairway. Yeah.
That was so lucky.
But then Rahm has 60 something feet, 66 feet, I think it was, and
66.
DJ had I don't know 30 or something. He was closer though. And you're this whole Rahm will be lucky to push this hole. Hopefully it goes to another playoff. Yeah, he'll 2-putt, and DJ will probably 2-putt and we'll go to another hole. And then it happened.
Yeah,
that I saw, because when he putted that one, I feel every single time someone it doesn't matter what it is, every single time someone hits a shot like that, like DJ does, and they get all the momentum, I feel more often than not the other person wins, or the other team wins. I don't know why. That's just maybe it's from my experience or watching, but
I mean, I guess
DJ makes a putt like that, everyone's oh, DJ's gonna win, DJ's gonna win, but Rahm, you're not saying Rahm's hot. Rahm shot 66 that day.
Mm-hmm.
He's still feeling great. He was just on the range warming up and practicing everything they did wrong. So I wasn't gonna.
Because going into it, I was like, oh, I don't know, Rahm might be a little rusty because he hasn't played for like an hour. But then
warming up the whole time.
He got to like basically just warm up on shots that he knew he was gonna like hit, like the approach shot. He knew how far he probably was gonna have out. Just got to work on that shot.
I mean, just like
after
seeing,
all I was worried about was hole 18. That's all I was worried about.
After seeing DJ like last week with the whole like 30 under, I'm like, oh boy, like DJ's in like win mode right now. Like he's in the zone. Like I don't know if anyone could like beat him right now. And I mean, Rahm went out there and did it with that putt.
I mean, just what a weird week though. Like that was just like some of the weirdest golf I've seen. And so, like,
I mean, you had guys who were like on the green, and they would like putt it, and their next shot would be like off the green. Like that was crazy.
I remember I was watching yesterday, and like Matsuyama and DJ both hit a shot in the middle of a green, or like front center of the green in one hole. I think it was like the par 3 on the back, like first one on the back, like 13 or something like that, maybe 12, and it landed. I looked down at my phone. I'm like, okay, he's like 25 feet away. I look up like. What felt like 2 minutes later, and the ball is still rolling to like the other side of the green. I'm like, well, how like it's still rolling now?
I mean, we all knew Olympia Fields was a U.S. Open type course. We just didn't know that they were going to make it that hard for this event. Like, I mean, definitely wasn't expecting the U.S. Open condition Olympia Fields. I was more expecting like the U.S. Am type conditions where like you could score. And after the first day, we're like 2 unders in the lead. I think after the first day, or maybe three under from Matsuyama. I think like after the first day, where you have like 5 players under par, you're like, whoa, like this looks like a U.S. Open leaderboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I personally loved. I love the U.S. Open.
That's like the most fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this last week.
It's like fun to watch. Like like the guys make like birdie after birdie, but. If you have to grind, the best players come out on top, and like you have to have a great week all week.
Yeah,
if you have one bad day, you're done.
So I would have
the
felt
best player wins.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
And I would have felt so bad for Jon Rahm if he didn't win because of what happened the day before. I mean, just a huge brain fart, picking up your ball, like kind of tossing it over to your caddy before you even put your mark down, and that cost him a stroke. And that stroke was the reason they went to a playoff. So. He could have just won that outright.
That was the funniest part about it all. It's like DJ drains that putt, and you're like, well, that doesn't mean jack.
Mm-hmm.
If Rahm doesn't pick up that ball.
Exactly.
Which I mean, like, just a brain fart, I guess. I mean, it happens to everybody, but I don't think I've ever seen that before, to be honest.
What, like
where somebody picks up their ball, like.
I do it all the time.
No, but like I mean on the PGA
on
Tour.
I
don't think I've ever seen that.
Tour
it's just like,
I was kidding.
Like usually you just put your marker down. It's just like a force of habit there, but I don't know.
Or like when DJ just put his like tee like a couple feet from the ball and was like, whatever.
Yeah,
during the driving
relief. Yeah. That's like kind of what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just moving the mark with his finger, like right back where it was.
Yeah.
Imagine if like Tiger did that, like just like picked up his ball on like the green. Like, what do you think his reaction would be? Just like kind of just like think you'd like laugh, or you think you'd be like kind of pissed about it?
Depends on what day of the week.
Response be.
Patrick Reed.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I put a marker
Patrick
there.
Reed would point to a mark on the ground, but like that's not a mark. That's not a mark I put down.
Yeah. Dude, well, I was talking about this because they were showing like some Patrick Reed, like the sandcastle thing. What was the incident before that with Patrick Reed?
Well, he was accused of cheating in college. Yeah,
Georgia, that too. But I thought there was something on tour.
There was definitely more than one thing on tour. I just don't remember what it is. I mean,
I just couldn't remember.
It was.
He might have grounded. He might have been twice where he grounded his club in a bunker.
Could have been. Well, it wasn't. It was technically a waste area, but.
Do you remember a couple weeks ago? I don't know where it was. Daniel Berger was playing with Patrick Reed, and
he was like
watching him.
It's like over by his ball, watch him move every single like piece of pine straw, whatever, and make sure he doesn't move his ball, everything like that.
Yeah,
I thought it was so funny.
I mean, like kind of a squid move, but like at the same time, it's Patrick Reed.
It is Patrick Reed. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Somebody you respect, you're not gonna do that.
Exactly.
Right. So, what else we got?
I mean, DJ had another strong week, and that secures the #1 spot going in the Tour Championship. I mean,
yeah. When I was watching that playoff, I was like, this doesn't mean anything for DJ but legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because you don't win any money from this week, right?
No, you do.
You win money.
No.
Yeah, there's a purse.
You still win money.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's purse still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you still win money. Otherwise,
wow.
these guys just wouldn't like play.
Wouldn't play.
No, they would.
I mean, they would, but like they're not gonna play.
I
like,
was just, I don't know
without
why,
getting
but
money.
I thought
Dude, the purse for the event is like almost $10 million.
Yeah, and the
like the
effects
total
in the
points.
final is like insane too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But yeah, they got a lot of money for this.
You can set up your children's children for winning like 2 events during this.
If you win the whole FedEx Cup playoffs, you're saying for children's.
Yeah, you're
children.
set.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if you win,
Sort of
like Jon Rahm just won $10 million. Imagine if he wins $15 million next year.
He didn't win
next-
10 million.
next-
He didn't win $10 million.
No, the full purse for everybody
Purse.
is $10 million. He probably won like $2 million still. but
Yeah, I
still.
probably won a little less than $2 million.
Dude, it's been a long day. I'm sorry.
Today was Pat's first day at work.
Dude.
And
8-hour day.
and nobody showed up.
Yeah, no one showed up.
Oh yeah, I literally walked in this morning and I was like, door was unlocked. It's like literally a house. This office. I'm working at the Central New York PGA. And I walk in. I'm like, hello?
Again, am I in the right place?
I know it's the right place. There's logos all over the place. So I'm like, all right, there's nobody here. And I just sit down on the couch for like 10 minutes until somebody shows up. Granted, I was a little bit early, but like, I don't know.
That's still
Expected somebody to
funny,
be
though.
there, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well,
Anyway,
this is kind of odd. Anyway, what else we got?
I mean, just in general, like Rahm and DJ have to be the favorites for the U.S. Open. I mean, if you like, we were talking about this like a couple of days ago, where like Rahm won last week and he won the Memorial, which are like probably the 2 hardest conditions, like U.S. Open like conditions, and like that has to make him the favorite for the U.S. Open. I feel like.
Well, yeah, like 'cause I literally thought yesterday morning, I'm like, if Rahm plays well here and he played well at the Memorial, like he's played well at the 2 toughest conditions courses like on tour this year, probably up to the U.S. Open, and then he has the U.S. Open, like he's like in prime. Like,
and I will say, like
best golf of anyone.
guys who fade the ball like consistently, like always play well at the U.S. Open for some reason.
You heard that on the broadcast, didn't
But
you?
it is true because you have the harder fairways, and then if you fade the ball, it lands softer. So
yeah,
it makes more sense.
Yeah, so Jon Rahm is.
Plus
I don't even
900.
see him on the U.S. Open list right now. Where is he?
I saw him at plus.
Oh, he's
I saw him
plus
at
1,000.
900. Yeah,
Plus
right around
1,000.
there.
That's not bad.
No,
Not at
it's
all.
not bad at all.
I mean, like after the PGA, you're like, oh, Colin
He's not the
Morikawa,
favorite,
but like
DJ is the favorite.
Colin Morikawa didn't really play well these 2 weeks, the Memorial and this week. So I mean, he played okay this week, but not fantastic. I mean, you got to think that the run that DJ and Rahm are on, they have to be the favorite. I mean, after the Tour Championship, you have the Safeway Open, which I don't expect a lot of people to play in, and then the U.S. Open. So there's only 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wait, so the U.S. Open's not next week?
No, so it's
No, it's
the Safeway.
16th through 20th or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was next week.
Dude, I'm so excited to see the field for the Safeway only because I know that there's going to be the U.S. Open the next week, so like it's fine.
Cameron Champ's defending champ at the Safeway, I think.
Yeah, Cameron Champ's probably not playing.
I mean, he might play if he's
He
the
might
defending
Maybe.
champ.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like-
that's probably on his schedule then.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like a place if you went on tour, you should. I feel like if you went on tour, there should be a rule. If you win at like a tournament, like you should be able to play in that tournament for the rest of your life. I feel like that should be a rule, or for like a certain amount of years or something like
Yeah,
that.
an exempt thing.
Like
Kinda like-
some of
kinda
the
like the
small
Masters.
dude. No, during the fall swing, they should let if you win a fall swing event and you're under 100 in the official golf world rankings, you should get an exemption for life.
Yeah, for that tournament, just that one
Just for
tournament.
the,
That's
like,
like,
for the
oh,
Zozo, like in China or something.
Brendan Todd won last year when he was probably like who knows what in the world. Yeah,
Some shit.
at least. He just gets a lifetime exemption. Just playing it when he's like 85,
Yeah, to the
like,
Masters.
Yeah.
180 yards down the fairway.
I mean, he only hits it like 280 right now. So
He hit the fairway. He'd hit every fairway. So
He would.
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna be a great old man golfer.
oh, he is. He already has the old man golf game.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, not exactly.
I mean, he's
So
on the
there's
PGA Tour.
PGA Tour standards.
Yeah, PGA Tour standards is very old man golf game.
Him and
Yes.
and Jim Furyk.
Well, Jim Furyk's actually an old man too.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
even
yeah,
when he was younger, he played like that.
He did.
Yeah. So there was some big moments like that. The FedEx Cup playoffs always have these. I've said this like the whole time. It's like Mackenzie Hughes. He had an up and down from the bunker on 18. Had a nice little slider putt down the hill on.
That was a cool moment.
Yeah, and nice little celly, like he hands in the air.
That was electric.
Hockey celly.
It's like Mackenzie Hughes for a guy like that. He's like, okay, now I'm guaranteed to make like so much money.
You said I just said before the putt. He's like he's guaranteed in all the majors. He's guaranteed tour exempt all next year. He's guaranteed like a certain amount of money for getting an in-tour championship, like sponsors. Like it's so like that putt was worth like so much money. It's like you can't even like quantify how much money it's worth.
No, you can't because it's potential. Yeah, it's like potential earnings.
Potential is unreal. Yeah.
I mean, and then you have
even at the worst, it's like still amazing.
And then you have Billy Horschel just like sitting there, like watching the rest of it, just sitting at the number 30 spot for like almost the entire day.
Did you see how Billy Horschel got in?
I don't even remember what happened.
He needed Corey Connors to double bogey at the last hole, I think. And Corey Connors missed. And Corey Connors missed a 7-foot par putt and a 3-foot bogey putt.
Dang.
And Horschel got in.
Dude, you gotta lag that 7-foot putt.
Just like hits like 2 inches.
Dude, just lag it to like 3 feet.
Do you think he knew that though? Like, do you think he knew he's like, I need double bogey, or like, I don't know if he would have known that.
I literally just read that like 30 minutes ago. So
I feel like if you know it that you need double bogey, like obviously you just lag it and put it as close as possible and just tap it in.
That's so trash. Though.
That's true.
Like he probably tried to make the putt and then put it 3 feet past and then like, well, I mean, like, so just talking about
if he didn't if he didn't know, then he probably just tried to make it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait, so is Joel Damon looking for another money match this week then?
Yeah, so who's in, who's out this week? As we mentioned, Horschel's in, Cameron Champ squeaks in, Hughes with that up and down squeaks in, Victor Hovland's in, and Cameron Smith is in. And then
I haven't heard anything of Cameron Smith in a long time.
Yeah, honestly, I picked
Cameron Smith.
I had him in my lineup last week, actually.
Cameron Smith is minus 225 in a matchup bet over Mark Leishman. Do you guys know what Mark Leishman shot this week?
I know his shot.
Do you know, Jeek?
I have no clue.
Take a wild guess. No, wait, Trevor, don't say it.
I won't.
Let me say 12 over.
Guess again.
Was it not even close?
A little bit. Not even close.
Not even close?
Not even close.
I have no clue what Mark Leishman shot this week.
30 over.
30 over.
Jesus Christ! And he still made it. He still made it. He's still in.
Yeah.
He's in the top. Like his early season kept him in the top 25.
His DraftKings salary is $5,000.
Jeez.
He should have withdrew.
Honestly.
He was like 20 over after the second day.
Oh my god! More. Well, actually, in his defense, he shot a 73 on Sunday, and he figured something out. I think.
Whatever. He's been playing like pretty terrible since the restart. Like, not gonna lie. The fact that he's still in the top 30 is like amazing.
He was our guy there for a bit.
Because here are the guys who are.
I picked him like 3 times.
Here are the guys who just are out of the top 30. So Adam Long was the 31st man. That always sucks. Kevin Streelman he shot like an 80 and then like a 69, and he like
did Adam Long win a golf tournament this year?
He won one of the earlier ones. He totally won an event.
Patrick. Funny because we watch these every week, so I don't know how I don't remember Adam Long.
Patrick Cantley didn't make it, which is crazy to me because he's like one of the top players.
Wasn't he leading after Saturday?
I don't even know, but somehow he barely didn't make it. I think he was like 35, maybe somewhere around there, or 34. Matthew Wolff didn't make it. He won a tournament this year, I believe. Matthew Fitzpatrick, who's been playing pretty well this year, didn't make it. Joel Damon, as I mentioned.
Matthew Fitzpatrick is one of those guys who like either like tears it up
or is just playing awful. Yeah,
he was like 6. He went 6 over, then 5 under at the Northern Trust and got cut.
Yeah.
Joel Damon, our guy Joel Damon didn't make it, barely. Gary Woodland is another notable name that's out, and obviously Tiger.
Tiger wasn't gonna make it.
Well, yeah, he didn't play enough events.
I should have thrown the bank on that Scotty Scheffler and Tiger bet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was. I mean, Tiger. I just didn't.
Actually, it was close. To be fair, it was close going into Sunday.
It was like a 1-stroke difference going to Sunday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's who's in and out. I feel like this week it's not going to be who's in, who's out. It's like who's going to make a putt to go from like 4th to 3rd place and make like $2 million more dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
Like that's like crazy to me. It's like you just won two golf terms essentially by coming in like 3rd place instead of 4th place, and like by like making like a 5-foot putt.
I think if you come in like 30th, you get like $500,000 or something like that.
Yeah, no, you're still making money. Like, just being that last man in is just like it's perfect. Like you make so much more money.
Yeah. So Phil Mickelson, we mentioned this on the podcast last week. We recorded last Monday, I think, and it was like or maybe Tuesday, and it was the first day of the tournament, and like he was the first round leader at the time, and then he just swept the tourney. Like he was so good.
I told my friends, I said, my friend says, "Oh, Phil's leading today." I'm like, "Yeah, he's playing a Champions Tour event," and they're like, "What's that?" I said, "Well, it's basically the PGA Tour, but like all the guys that retired from the PGA Tour." He's like, "They're like, really? So Phil's playing that?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like he's like plus 200 to win. Yeah. And they all just died laughing. I'm like those odds.
He was hitting it like 50 yards past everybody.
Yeah, and the courses aren't that long that they play. Like
I saw one thing. The guy he was leading over by 1 stroke on the first day. Phil has like double the amount of tour wins as this guy does PGA Tour events played.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's a lot of guys on the Champions Tour that really were not good on the PGA Tour, but like they're good like old men golfers.
Did you have to have
Champions Tour.
Played on the PGA Tour?
No,
I don't think so. I think you can probably.
I'm pretty sure there's someone following us who's like trying to qualify for the Champions Tour, or is like on the road to that. You could just qualify.
I'll get Bob Jones on the qualifying route. See what happens.
Make it happen.
Yeah,
that golf course looked pretty sick. The Ozarks.
I mean, Bob Jones won the Senior Men's Club Championship.
He did. Mm-hmm. He didn't qualify for the club championship.
He didn't qualify?
He played really bad one day.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Who won the club championship, by the way?
It's still going on.
Oh, really?
Final Four is like Saturday and Sunday, I think. Last 2 rounds.
I'm assuming Ricky Hayes is just.
I think he won his last match on 11.
Wow. Dude, I swear, there's just like ringers probably like at that like every country club where like at me and Jeek's club, one of our friends' moms, Matt Evans, literally won the club championship like 10 years in a row.
Right, and then she just didn't play like the last 2 years or something like that.
And then she was like, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm assuming that's what went on.
Yes.
Like, it's just
like the person who won the women's club championship like the year after her, like she like wasn't even close to her like in the like final round of the year before or something.
This is gonna be Phil in the Champions Tour. He's gonna win everything by so much until he gets like too old.
I mean, he's probably not gonna play that. He's probably not gonna play that many Champions
What was the
Tours.
purse on that? Like, I would love to know what the purse was on that.
Probably not a whole lot.
How much do you think he made? Like a couple $100K? Like $200K?
I bet more than that. I bet he made like north of $500K.
I don't know.
Let's give it a Google.
You really never know with the Champions Tour. Because it is.
Well, except for the majors.
It is kind of weird that it's
450,000.
Okay.
The purse is $3 million.
That's still solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're over 50, just making like 500,000 to win an event. Like, I wonder how much money like Bernhard Langer's made on the PGA Tour Champions.
Trevor, you should just grind.
Money. I will
grind until you're 50.
Get on the Champions Tour, that'd be so sick.
It's funny because you still have to be such a stick. Like these guys are still shooting like under par.
The guy I'd never heard of is like 9 under.
Right,
That's
exactly.
The first day. Like you have to be so good.
Like we play at like easy golf courses. They're still playing at harder golf courses than we play at, and they're still shooting like 10 under. And that's considered a really easy golf course for them.
Courses. Yeah, they're still playing sick courses. So,
do you think Phil will complete the Champions Tour Grand Slam?
Yeah.
I mean, probably not until he's like.
Kind of bet on that.
Like, probably not until he's like 60. I don't think he's gonna play that many Champions Tours.
Can I find somebody to take that bet? You think? Do you think DraftKings would take that bet?
If you go to Vegas, you might get it.
I'm gonna probably not going to Vegas
It's
for
hard to
at
tell
least
though, because
a couple of years.
when do you think Phil is going to make the full transfer from the PGA Tour to the champ? Like he still competes somewhat. The PGA
But I feel like
Tour.
he'll start just playing in the majors.
How old is he? How old is he right now?
He's
he 50 yet?
He's 50.
I've been like 5. I don't know.
I mean, he's 50. He's 50 and he's still hitting bombs. Like, I wonder
like
what
5
Phil's
more
driving
years.
distance is.
I think in 5 more years we'll see him. He'll play him playing more Champions League sort of stuff.
But I feel like he will, like, just play in the majors instead of like the Safeway Open. That's
he will.
Yeah,
He'll still play. He'll still play in all the majors.
If it's Safeway Open or major in the senior tour, Champions Tour, I feel like he might choose the Champions Tour.
I don't know, maybe
He's guaranteed like at least a couple $100K.
I mean, he doesn't.
Meanwhile,
he doesn't really need the money, to be honest. But
But
I don't
wants
think
it.
Phil
We could gamble.
needs it though.
He wants it, but he doesn't need
it. Just to put this in perspective, Phil's 50 years old and he's 59th in driving distance on the PGA Tour.
Okay,
this
then
year.
why did?
And he's at 301.5 yards per like average, which is like insane. He's 50.
Here's the thing. Why did he play on the Champions Tour then if he didn't need the money? I'm not saying.
I think he wanted to tune up for the U.S. Open.
I think he wants the money. I do think he wants the money though. He's greedy.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how many events he plays in the next couple years.
I think this might be his last chance to win the U.S. Open too.
Yeah. So he
played well with foot.
Did he qualify?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure wasn't he like saying like I'm not going to take an exemption? Oh no, wait. I saw him. Saw him. He's 75 to 1 to win. So yeah, he's definitely in it.
Yeah, he wouldn't not play in the U.S. Open. Like,
he wasn't taking exemption, but he played well. I think he played well enough in a couple of other tournaments that got him in.
Yeah, he finished well a couple tournaments in a row. Okay.
I mean, he is exempt into the tournament. I feel like he says he wouldn't take an exemption, but Phil wouldn't not play in the U.S. Open. Like, come on now, that's the one that he needs.
He didn't for his daughter's graduation.
I guess.
True.
That's different.
Mm-hmm. And that was at like, of course he could have won at too. I can't remember.
Was it a high school graduation?
It was a high school graduation. Family man.
Yeah,
I mean, sure. To win a Grand Slam.
I think it was out. I really think it was at like a course like that. Like he could have, like he's played well at before. He could have.
Was it
won.
Quail Hollow?
No, that's the PGA.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know where it was.
Definitely wasn't Cheney.
No, it wasn't. No, it might have been
Aaron
Cheney.
Hills. Aaron Hills.
It was some. I don't know.
What year would that
let's keep
be?
going. I'll look it up.
Yeah. Let's do a Monday hypothetical. $15 million or win a major, or I want to do $15 million or win the Masters, but let's just keep it a little bit. Yeah, $15 million or win a major. I think it's $15 million. I saw some people commenting on our Instagram.
It was very split.
Split.
Yeah, it was very split between the two.
Well, win a major, you win $2 million.
Yeah, but
and you get exempt. And you get exempt for so.
You're not winning another major though.
You're not winning another major.
I went with the $15 million just to get the easy money, like cash, like in my pocket.
You could probably start making money from winning that major, though. Oh, but if you win $15 million, we're assuming that's the FedEx Cup, right?
Yeah,
like you won the FedEx Cup.
Invest that.
Or you did just $15 million cash and you didn't win the FedEx Cup.
Yeah, you could.
Let's assume you won the
$15 million cash.
So you just wake up one morning, $15 million in your bank account.
Yeah, you won the lottery, like $15 million. Okay. First winning like a major. No,
so
just 15, full $15 million.
I kind of want, if I win a major, I still get $2 million. I kind of want to win a major. But also, $15 million is a lot of money. So
I just think that's too much to pass up. I'd love to win a major.
$15 million because I don't know my life without winning a major, and I don't really have to because I'm never going to win a major. So I'm just accepting that, and then I'm just going to take $15 million.
You take the $15 million, and you spend the whole rest of your life trying to win a major. Because you don't have to do anything else. You $15 million.
That probably still wouldn't win a major.
I would still do some stuff. I would have some ventures.
Yeah, I mean, I'd try to play golf, but it wouldn't work. But I would try.
You never know.
Give me on the Q school.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's throw a spin on this. What's the amount of money you would take to enter a major? Saying
If it was like $10 million, would I still take the $10 million?
Would you take the 10 million
Yes.
over the 15? Would you take 5?
I'd still take the $10 million. 5, I might just win the
5.
major.
No, 5's I think 5's the major for sure. Like,
Yeah, I think 5 is the amount that I would take for the major, like plus the 2 million or whatever you make.
Yeah, because then you get some fame off of it, and then you can like make money off your fame.
Yeah, like just off your name.
Yes.
You're like, oh, you're the amateur
Sponsors.
that won, like, or not amateur, but like kind of pro amateur.
No, I would not be.
You
I
don't want to be an
pro,
amateur because you want the money, but you would.
Yeah.
You're the random dude who won the major that was like
Exactly.
like, not even close, like not even on the odds.
I feel like what was the hypothetical last week? Because we went super deep into it, like
59er hole in one, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
59. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah, I think that's what we.
I don't know. I need more
We don't have to
hypotheticals.
research
Like
that,
literally
but
DM us if you have hypotheticals you want. Us
if
to,
it is, yeah, true. DM us if you have hypotheticals that you like really want
like,
answered.
I see
because-
PGA memes keeps posting hypotheticals too. I don't know if you see those,
Really?
but like some of them are like stupid.
No, I don't.
Some of them are really good though.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to come up with hypotheticals. Well, it's just really topical on the week because I was like, well, $15 million is a lot of money for
I know,
the
but
FedEx
that's
Cup,
what we've
so.
been doing the last couple of weeks.
But next week when it's the Safeway Open,
Probably a good one.
might be a little tough. Where even is the Safeway Open?
California.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, they had to fly cross country.
Okay,
There's no way that feels gonna be good.
I saw this on PGA memes.
There's no way it feels gonna be good for that.
If you won the FedEx Cup, what's the first thing you buy with your 15 million?
With my $15 million.
Like if I won the FedEx Cup, I wouldn't need new golf clubs. So,
Am I gonna be like smart about it, or can I make like? Is it like a dumb purchase?
anything you want.
I'm probably buying real estate.
Yeah, probably.
That's the boring
Like a sick
answer.
house.
What am I actually buying? Maybe a G-Wagon.
Yeah. G-Wagon, like a beach house somewhere, and
Yeah.
I'll see
G-Wagon.
where it goes.
Then I'm driving the G-Wagon to go buy a house.
Just
Yeah,
straight,
exactly.
straight up buy a golf course. Just like I'm gonna buy this golf course and it's just mine now.
And then I'm paying the initiation fee to not Hudson National,
Anywhere.
Shancock or
Like
something
just-
like that. Yeah. Shancock
Initiation. What is the initiation fee there?
Probably
500. Okay.
I think it's around. I think I saw one time it's like $600,000, something like that.
That's crazy.
Like it's ridiculous amount of money.
If I had a lot of money, but I'd probably do it though. Actually, no, because that's in Long Island. Like I'm not living in Long Island.
Live in the Hamptons.
What about
You could
yeah,
buy
I
you
could
could
live
buy
in
like
the
a beach
Hamptons.
house in the Hamptons and join
I could
Shinnecock.
live on. Yeah, I
With
could
your
live
money.
in the Hamptons.
Mhm.
I could do that. The Hamptons are pretty dope. What other golf course could you join? That's like
Pine Valley.
Yeah.
If you win the
You
US,
think?
if you win the US Open, you can be a member of Pine Valley.
You think?
Not the US Open, but they'll and if you're like one of those you'll get invited to Pine Valley probably.
Yeah, you'll play there. Probably.
Well,
Yeah,
honestly, you can just drive to
definitely.
Pebble and play Pebble like every day the rest of your life if you wanted to probably.
I wouldn't want to do that because Pebble was like a public golf course. Like, it's probably packed like every day.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's Pebble.
Yeah.
I don't think America's
like,
public.
Like if
literally
you
just
just like
take a
if you like at like Pine Valley, like that's sick. Like you're just
Oh,
there
yeah,
with the
Pine Valley.
members. Like
Actually, we're talking way too many things right now, and we're gonna end up broke soon
I know.
if we're doing. So pretty much. So on that note, let's move on to the DFS and betting and the course preview with G.
Make some.
All right, so tour
To
championship.
make some money so
yeah.
we can start doing that.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Go Braves.
Tour champ. Yeah, of course. That's your lock of the week, right?
Yes.
This can be too late for the podcast listeners.
Yes, it is. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we'll check in
You'll
next
either
week to
be-
see if Pat's full.
If the Braves beat
bet.
the Red Sox on Monday,
If Pat's
Your boy's a
Pat's
winner.
dead on if Pat's dead on Wednesday, then you'll know if the Braves
Yeah,
won or
he
lost.
didn't have any money. So we're gonna go tour championship this week. Top 30 players in the world, as we mentioned. No cut. We mentioned who's in and out already, and how the winner gets $15 million, and if you finish in like 30th, you still get like $500K. Last year was the first year they changed the format, so the first guy this way, whoever wins the tour championship wins the FedEx Cup. It was a little bit weird when like somebody random would win the tour championship and then like someone else would win the FedEx Cup. So the starting scores this week are based on how you finished in the FedEx Cup standings. So Dustin Johnson is the one who finished top in the standings. So he's 10 under to start the week. Jon Rahm second, 8 under. Third, Justin Thomas 7 under, and I guess Webb Simpson 6 under, and it goes down from there all the way down to even par, who are the last like 4 players: Horschel, Champ, Hughes. They'll all start at even par, 10 strokes back. We're at East Lake Golf Club as we always are. It's 73-46 par 70, another pretty long par 70. It's almost the same distance as the course last week. I think 20 less yards, so that's like one hole. Bermuda grass. We're back to Bermuda grass. There's 7 par 4s over 450. It's another Donald Ross design. A lot of people like to put like the Wyndham Championship kind of with this event, similar type of course. And the Rocket Mortgage is also another Donald Ross. 74 bunkers, 6 water hazards. These Bermuda greens usually run really fast. They usually rank like around some of the fastest greens on tour.
And the Wyndham was really fast greens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, so that's something to look at. There's a lot of correlation between the Wyndham and East Lake, which I think is interesting.
Webb Simpson? Did somebody say Webb Simpson?
Well, we'll talk about that later.
I think someone.
We'll talk about that later.
Just say Webb Simpson.
Fairways are a little bit harder to hit than normal. I think that I read a stat is just over 50% of fairways are hit. Key stats this week: strokes gained, ball striking. That's always a big one, especially in a 30-man field. I feel like ball striking is good just to hold the greens and stuff. Par fours gain. I like par fours gain 450 plus because there's like 7 of those, or 450 to 500. Just par fours gained in general is a good stat at a par 70. Opportunities gained, which I didn't really look that much into, but that was listed as an important stat. And par 5s gained. Every time there's a par 70, par 5s gained is important because you need to take advantage of the 2 par 5s that there, or 3 or whatever that there are. Previous winners, last year Rory obviously won the FedEx Cup. Last year was the first year of the current scoring where the winner, like the first place guy, started at 10 under. Tiger the year before that. Xander Shafflee, Rory won again. Spieth's not in the field, so we don't really need to care about that. Billy Horschel won as well. Course horses, just by looking at that, you could tell that Rory's kind of course horse. He has 2 wins here in the last couple of years. Also, interesting fact, JT, Xander Shafflee, and Billy Horschel have never finished outside of the top 10 at East Lake. I mean, it's only been, I don't know how many tournaments they've played. Some of them played 3, 4, 5 tournaments at East Lake, but they've never finished outside the top 10.
Also, only 2 with the, only the second one with the new scoring
right, and
system.
there's only 30 players in the field, but that is an interesting fact that they all have played pretty well. And Tony Finau is also up there in like strokes gained at East Lake, so that's another guy to look at. DFS is gonna be a little bit weird this week because I think if you have DJ, you get like a bonus because you like started off at number 1. So there's like a 30-point bonus to begin.
What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. I mean, I read this before, but
if
you look at the salary, like DJ is at 15,000 because he has 30 points right away.
But he can lose
in first place. Well, yeah, he can because it's all because of his position.
But like you gain bonus points based off of your position to start the week. So that's why DJ is 15,000. Like even though he's only 2 strokes up on Rahm, but like there's almost like 2,500 between them. So
yeah.
I think that if you really want to like have like a lineup with DJ in it, like definitely do another one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're still going to get your points as if it was a normal tournament. There's just a couple of bonuses.
If you really think DJ is going to win, I think it's probably worth it, right? Or no? Mm-hmm. What do you think? He's like 15,700. Like that's crazy.
My only thing is he's gonna be everyone's gonna own him. I feel like just like on the last I look at, like he has 63% owner percentage.
If you're gonna pick him, he has to win. That's why I'm saying like maybe you could do that as an alternate lineup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
but
I listed some high salary guys that we like this week. It is a weird week. So I would like, obviously it's tough to pick DJ at 15,000 in your lineup because then you have to pick a guy that's like all the way at the end. But Jon Rahm at 12.7 is little bit more reasonable. He's only 2 strokes behind DJ. He's been playing really well. He's 3rd in strokes gained ball striking, 1st in strokes gained total. He should be like as confident as he can be. 12-7 versus 15-2. I'd go with Rahm over DJ just because of that.
I would too.
Another one we listed, we'll get into it a little bit more later, but Webb Simpson at 11,000. I feel like he knows something just because he sat out last week and like it didn't really hurt him at all. Like he must have known that I was going to play that hard or something.
Well, no, I think they knows he knew no matter what happened, he wouldn't be outside the top like 4.
So like he stayed in the top 6, I think. He's 4 strokes behind, which is not a lot if you get hot. And we'll talk a little bit more about him later. But those are the high salary guys I kind of like in DFS.
I like it. Should I go first?
Yeah, let's just go over last week real quick.
Oh, right. So, I had Rahm as my winner.
Well,
as a high salary guy. And my winner on skins.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Well, because on here, I picked Webb Simpson.
And then
he was
2 days later,
right
when
after.
Did skins, he was
So
you picked Rahm.
So I changed my pick to Rahm. And
we got to decide. Are we giving Pat those points, or is he not getting them?
Yes, right? Because I changed my winner.
What was the win?
It's a tough decision.
I changed my winner.
He did pick it before the tournament, but he didn't say it on the pod.
You did. No, I'll give it to him.
Okay,
I think he
Pat
did.
Can have his 5 points.
Yeah, so Pat is at the lead now with 8 points.
Oh my lord, I needed that.
Jesus. That's a big killer for me.
Since we started keeping track, that might be I think that's the first winner of anybody.
I think that is the first.
Yeah,
which is crazy because I feel like we were picking a lot of winners
but just like in D King's hours.
Yeah, D King's winners.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, I guess Pat got the winner.
Just want to thank.
You had Kisner and Hubbard last week?
Yeah, Kisner and Hubbard was my 2 picks. Kisner was T25. What was he, like 6 over?
Something like
that.
Yeah.
On the tourney, and then Hubbard was like, I forget what he ended up at, but it was like 9 or 11 over. 11 over probably.
Did he have a good first day, Hubbard? I don't know. I remember seeing him. Maybe.
He had a terrible first day.
Maybe that's why I saw him.
Dude, the lineups were brutal this week.
Oh, when we had the first day, I had like 30 points after the first day. I was like, out of all my players,
I was really dead last.
I finished like right outside the money too. Like I had a good bounce back week. My picks last week: Scheffler at T20, Hatton at T16.
Pretty fire.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah,
Trev had really good picks last week.
And Todd T8.
And your lineup was still the worst one out of all of ours.
Yeah, because I put Todd in there, but I didn't put Finau.
No, mine was the worst. Mine was the worst.
Pat was the worst.
Pat was the worst. You're right.
Pat had the winner. Pat had the winner, and his was the worst out of all of us.
Yikes!
Oh my god!
Like I just had like a pretty like simple line. Like I think Kokrak was like even. That was like 5th place.
You got to get lucky to do well in a week like this.
I guess I wasn't predicting the course to play that hard.
It's not like it was a U.S. Open where it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But you knew once the tournament started because I started watching like the first few holes of the tournament. I was like, oh wow, the rough is absolutely so messed up. And then
so then you like kind of skew towards like big strong guys hit it out of the rough like pretty consistently, and like that happens to be Jon Rahm and Dustin Johnson, like who just smacked the ball out of the rough. So
exactly. All right, so I'll go with my first pick, Collin Morikawa, 10,400. I feel like he's due for a bounce back. He's only starting at 5 under, which is honestly like way ahead most of the field, for the most part. And he's missed 2 cuts in his career. I feel like he's bounced back from cuts, or from his first cut with a win, and then this one with a pretty week at.
By the way, our guys are guaranteed to make the cut this week. Just saying.
They are.
Yeah, they're guaranteed.
So like I feel like Collin Morikawa can put it together, especially at a course like East Lake. That's not like as
not too long.
Say as the BMW.
It's not too long either, which is perfect for Morikawa. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
he's precise. Like that's all that matters.
Exactly, proximity. He's like always leading proximity or close.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's not me.
That's
I'll go.
Is that push-up jar? Is that $5?
Yeah, $5 and a $5 jar for the what is it for the golf trip fund or something?
Yeah, the golf trip fund, the Cabot Lakes fund.
It's the first Pat. It was the first time in a while you messed up the snake draft. So
I haven't messed up
that's pretty good.
The snake draft since like Quarantine. Yeah. Well, I guess it's technically still quarantine.
Pretty good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We're all back at school, and now Pat's going back to messing up the snake draft. So,
Yep.
Is what it is.
Back to normal.
It's something to do with this room.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna go with the third week in a row. Daniel Berger. I'm gonna put him in my picks again. He's at 9,100, not coming off of his best week. He was T25 at like 6 or 5 over or whatever it was. But he is 8th in those par 4s, 450 to 500. He's 14th in strokes gained putting. He might be a little bit too far back to like win it all. I mean, it's possible, but what's he at right now? He's at -4, so he's 6 back to win it all, which is not terrible, I guess, at 9,100 to get Daniel Berger, who's like, I don't know, plays pretty good golf most weeks, I would believe, and he's pretty consistent. 14th in strokes gained putting as well
This
on
week,
some fast greens.
Like, I don't think you can take this past week into like a ton of account.
Right.
Like,
I know.
Like, obviously,
I feel like it's
DJ and
kind of
Rahm,
like
I think
Memorial.
you can.
But it's just like, if Berger played a little bit better this week, he would have been in better position to win the tournament, which obviously his salary would have been higher.
Because he played well on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
really won
so
Sunday.
I'm gonna stick with Daniel Berger for the third straight week. It's kind of a theme with me, just recycling picks. So,
Right.
Trev, what do you got?
So, I'll recycle my pick again. I'm going to go Brendan Todd, 7,600. He starts off at -3 under, which is not that bad for Brendan Todd.
Yeah, no,
77 back.
that's
And
bad.
so you don't need to be super long here, as I mentioned before. Great accuracy off the tee, obviously. And he's like low-key, he's played so well in tournaments with good depth. Like everyone's like, oh, it's Brendan Todd. He's like, he's not going to do that well. But he's like, he played well at the PGA. He played well at the WGC FedEx St. Jude. He played great last week. T8, Memorial, T22. Like, he's playing great golf. He missed the Wyndham cut, but
that's like the only cut
feel
he's
like- I
really
feel like-
missed. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't
recently.
mind a Brendan Todd like top 5 bet here.
Yeah.
I bet there's some great odds on that.
oh, I bet there
I
is.
mean,
and like,
that's a great
I just-
salary for being at -3, like 7,600,
Exactly.
especially once you get into your next pick and,
And-
salary.
and-
Top 5 Brendan
And how well
Todd
he's
is
played.
Yeah.
How well
plus
he's played, too.
1,400.
Plus 1,400.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
Wow,
he's
okay.
from 5th place.
Mm.
How many strokes back is he? Like 5?
No, he's 7. He's
Top
7.
10 just to come
He's
top
11th.
33%
He's
of the
7th.
field is plus 350. Not too bad.
That's not too bad at all. I like that a lot. So, but yeah, so I think he's played well here a lot of times before. So, and then I'll take my next bet, next best bet, or oh my god, DraftKings
pick, DFS.
Yeah.
Close.
I'll go with Xander Shafflee again. He's at -3, 8,900. Which
So
again,
the
I
fact
don't
that
think
he's
is-
-3 and at 8,900 and Todd's
Yes.
at -3 and 7,600,
And
that
he-
just shows
he-
you how
and-
good Todd's value is.
as Jake mentioned before, he's never finished outside the top 10. He's won here once. He's always one of those guys who plays the best in like the biggest moments or like the biggest tournaments, like always. And he's 7th in scoring average, tee to green, and strokes gained total. So he's got the stats, he's got the game, he knows the course, he's gonna play well. He can. I mean, if he has a good week, good first day, catches up the DJ a little bit, I think he could play. He could really push for the title.
Definitely. Now, my next pick, since a lot of people might stack their lineups with top heavy, like high salary guys, just based on the fact that like they have the strokes going into the tournament. I'm gonna pick someone on the lower side here, and I'm gonna go with Joachim Neiman at 6,300. He played really well last week, T3. Also, he like pound for pound like hits the ball pretty far. He's not a big guy, but like he really does hit the ball, which I thought was interesting. Was that he was trending down with every score last week too. Like I think he finished off with his best round out of all 4 days. 5th in strokes gained approach, which he kind of sneaks in there. I didn't realize he was that good at strokes gained approach. I feel like I said that the last time I picked him too, but that's just a sneaky stat there. And I don't think he'll win the tournament. He's 8 strokes back, but like if he has a solid scoring week, it's a nice player to put at the bottom of your lineup if you're going to go a little top heavy.
Because really only finishing position is what is the only added bonus this week.
Right,
It's
exactly.
not,
I
like,
mean, if he is like 10 under or something like that for the tournament, then like that's a good week for like stats wise, even if the winner's at like 20 under, you know.
Yeah. So mine's a big value pick and a guy that I really like this week just because I feel like he's been playing such solid golf recently. Sebastian Munoz at 5,900. He's T8. He was T18 in the Northern Trust. T8 this week at the BMW. Playing really good golf. I feel like he's what? He's 3 under.
Yeah, he's at the same as Todd and
That's
Shafflee.
crazy.
He's 15th in the FedEx Cup
that.
standings.
And like, I feel like with that much value for 3 under, tied with like Shafflee and Todd, even Todd is good value, but he's still like, wow, that's math.
7 strokes. Oh, you're looking at that.
No,
I'll let you figure it out.
18? No.
Take your time.
Yeah.
What is
Count
it?
it out. Count it out.
1,700.
There you go.
Okay, he's 1,700 less than him. And so good value.
I think I might have to cut that part for the Instagram. Pat struggles with math.
Big math guy.
It's not my greatest strength for sure.
Yeah, at least he knows it.
Yes. Okay, so that's the DraftKings picks for this week. Let's move on to betting. Last week, obviously, now that we have determined that Jon Rahm was counts as my winner, my best bet didn't hit though. Taylor Gooch put up one of the worst weeks I've ever seen.
Big no-no. Yeah. Big no-no.
I mean, actually, not one of the. Mark Leishman put together one of the worst rounds I've ever seen in my life, or tournaments. But Gooch equally as bad.
He shot like a 79 one day, didn't he?
He probably shot worse than that on one day. Actually, maybe not. But he did shoot a 79. And Lanto Griffin played very, very well. He did well.
You kind of shit on Lanto Griffin last week, and he played pretty well. So.
No, I didn't do.
Like, no, he wasn't playing that well, and I'm like, yeah, but he was like 12th in the FedEx Cup standings for some reason.
Yeah, because you had that sick I
think he's down to 16 this week, but anyway.
Anyway, my winner this week.
Okay, you got it.
Me? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna continue with it. Jon Rahm, try to get another 5 points this week.
Plus 275.
Winner's a winner,
I guess.
If it was DJ, if it was DJ, would it only be 1 point because it's less than plus 200 odds?
I guess. 188 or something.
Yeah.
Fair. But he's only 2 strokes back from DJ, and I feel like it's very realistic to beat DJ by 2 strokes or 3 strokes.
He did.
It's not ridiculous. Yeah, it's not really ridiculous.
Yeah.
And my best bet is Sebastian Munoz at top 20 at -120. He's already starting at T11.
Top 20 out of 30. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's coming
the
top 66%. So and the guys who are T21 going into the week are starting at 1 under. So I don't know. Top 66%, not a bad bet.
No, not at all. Okay, so last week I went with Berger to win. He finished T25, and I was high on Berger last week. Berger over McIlroy, which didn't hit. Rory played pretty well last week. So my winner this week, I'm gonna go with Webb Simpson plus 900. I said we get back into it a little bit later. Like I said, I think Webb made the right decision to not play last week. He had an extra week to prepare for the championship this week, and we know Eastlake, we know it was gonna be Eastlake, we know what's gonna be like. It's been there for the however many years, forever. I feel like. He's only 4 strokes down, which isn't terrible. He's first in par 4s, gained 450, 500 yards. 6th in strokes gained approach. 7th in par 5s, and he's just good all around. And also, here's a little fun fact. He has 2 wins this year. Both of his wins came at par 70 Bermuda grass golf courses. So.
Okay.
And then my best bet. I said Rory played well last week. And I also said that Rory's a course horse, so I'm going to go for Rory McIlroy top 10. He played really well last week, T12, course horse, like I mentioned. Won the event last year with the new format, also won in 2016. His starting position is at T11, so getting into the top 10 shouldn't be that hard. 16 strokes gained off the tee, 15 strokes gained approach. Rory top 10 at -137. Like the odds there.
Okay, so I'll go. I had Morikawa top 20 last week and Berger top 4 USA. It's a big no. So I'll go with Justin Thomas to win, plus 500. I feel like he's been disrespected the past couple weeks. I feel like everyone's talking about DJ, and then Rahm won this week with that big putt. I feel like everyone's like not forgetting about Justin Thomas, but everyone's focusing on DJ and Rahm. I feel like he's going to come out with something to prove, something to chip on his shoulder. Also, he's in first in strokes gained approach, first in strokes gained tee to green, and he's never finished outside the top 10 here. So I'll take that. And he's also he's only 3 shots off the lead, 4 shots off the lead. And he's three shots off the lead. So I think he has a good chance he could win. And then my best bet, Jeek, I don't know if you know that Rory's wife is expecting.
Yes, I do know that, but
so okay. So I think he's gonna have a lot on his mind. I don't really think because like he could also withdraw at any point.
Okay, but he also knew that last week too. So
no, he did. I'm just saying like I feel like if he gets another week, I feel like there's just gonna be a lot on his mind.
But if he starts the tournament and he withdraws, it's a win. Like it counts.
Exactly.
If he starts the tournament and then his wife has a baby and he's just out, it counts.
I guess.
So it's a win-win. If he withdraws, he has a kid. If he withdraws, we win. Perfect. Against Shafflee, I love Shafflee this week, as I said before in my DFS pick. So I will take. I really do think Rory's going to be a little distracted. I would love to see him play well and win because he's played well so many times. I think it's like any other week would be a good week, but I think he's going to have a lot on his mind, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I already know what to expect. So.
All right. So into first round leaders, this is going to be the weirdest week for first round leaders out of all the weeks because there's obviously a stroke advantage here for DJ. So I bet he's at minus money for a first round leader. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he is.
Minus 120. So the first one I thought about, just like on first round leaders, Justin Thomas. Trevor mentioned Justin Thomas just a minute ago. Justin Thomas plus like 550. I think he's 3 strokes back. Not terrible. He could easily cover 3 strokes.
Easily.
It's Justin Thomas. Plus 550, not bad for only being 3 back.
Especially at a course that's not like incredibly difficult like last week.
Right. And then for the second one, somebody make a choice. I put in a bunch of people. I
feel like it's cheap to go Rahm plus 275. So all the rest of those guys have no shot in my opinion. So I feel like it's.
Somebody just goes out there and shoots like a 60, like something, and like.
I think if anyone would, it'd be Bryson. Bryson.
Let's roll Bryson plus 5,500 6 back. That'd be insane if he.
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't put all your money on that, but that would be pretty insane if he came back first round leader and we had that. So let's go with Bryson.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into the birdies and bogeys of the week, 2 things. One, shout out to Beating the Bookie. He just randomly said on Twitter today, like bunch of people tagged a bunch of people that are like good follows in his opinion. And I was like, well, thank you very much for those like extra like 30 to 40 Twitter followers. Right. So yeah, we'll be having him back on the podcast for the U.S. Open.
Definitely just be our majors week guy.
Yeah. Definitely
perfect.
So I bet like that was one of our best weeks when we had ratings wise when we had Beating the Bookie on. So I'm sure you guys like that, and we'll have it back for you again. And maybe we'll do it a ton. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
during that fall swing, he'll just come in and give us first round leaders that are like plus 10,000.
Yeah, we're starting to get very active. We're starting to get very active in the DMs here, trying to get some players on as we go into a little bit of a break after the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
A little bit of a hint. Bucket hat. Just a hint. And the second one is that I just saw a tidbit that said that the top 30 players who are playing in this actually automatically get into the Century Tournament champions, even if they didn't win.
I know that.
I didn't know that either. I guess they had to fill the field
PGA Tour
out.
Just posted on Twitter.
Oh.
Like 4 minutes ago.
Maybe because they canceled some events, or is that just
that's probably why
they wouldn't have a full field because they canceled a couple events. I don't know. And
that's true.
Guys won multiple events, so there's not like that many events. That would have been like a 15-man field. Brendan Todd and Webb Simpson. That's it because they won the most.
Yeah, that's Rahm. That's pretty much it.
Just a match play event.
Yeah, I mean
that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah,
Dude, I think. Do you know what would be fun if you had the 4 major champions playing like a match play?
Oh, like make it like, but make don't do like some like charity thing. Make it like a serious
the major
match
champion
play.
like match play.
Yeah,
unless somebody wins 2 majors, then like
make it like a serious match play event.
hey, too bad there's no Open Championship this year.
True.
So can't do that.
We'll give it to the tour champ.
Did three-man skins event.
Oh God, no, not skins.
No, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, birdies and bogeys of the week. Who wants to start?
I'll go. Birdie of the week. Back at school. It was pretty easy moving. Not that bad. So good to be back.
Being back at school is fun for sure.
Bogey of the week. I remembered just about everything except for my Apple TV remote.
Ooh.
Everything but the remote, and I can't even turn the thing on. I've been trying to use my phone, but it's through a different Wi-Fi network and whatever. So I can't use it until I get the remote.
I have the same problem because I haven't been able to find my Fire Stick remote since June, and I haven't I got here. I'm like, oh, I'll just get another Fire Stick remote.
I brought so much stuff to school.
It doesn't work.
I brought so much stuff to school. I remembered a lot of stuff, and the one thing that I forgot, I even put it in my notes, Apple TV and remote, to bring. And I left the remote on my night table at home. So that's an L. Hopefully I'll have it later this week. But it was almost a flawless move-in. Almost.
Yeah.
So I go my birdie and bogey. My birdie is that I got Rahm beginning of the day, 10 to 190. That was pretty big. Also back at school. Is being so nice, but we're also all my friends are leaving, so my bogey is my friends. One of my friends just left today, and
for what reason? COVID.
Well, he hadn't been home all summer, so he was kind of he just wanted to be home for a little bit. But then then the school is 600 cases right now, which is not good.
That's not crazy.
Good. So I don't know and we're still going to I went to class in person today, so I don't know why. I don't know why I'm still going to class.
At least you live off campus. If you have COVID, you could just stay off campus. If I get COVID, if we get COVID at BU and you're living in an on-campus building, which I am, they put you in an ambulance and take you to a random place to quarantine. And if one of your roommates gets it, all your roommates have to go to a quarantine building.
I know someone who got COVID. Never came in contact with them, so don't worry. But they had to go to this off-campus, it was it's for the athletes of Syracuse. It's South Campus, 2 miles away. I still had to live there, even though I'm super not an athlete. But and they just quarantine in this terrible dorm for 10 days or something.
Yeah, crazy. So hopefully I don't get COVID. Have my first test. I literally got here and the first thing I did was take a COVID test. So
yeah, I'm a little worried. You never really know.
My only other birdie is that as of right now, football is still on for the fall and football's back. So true. I will take that, and I will, even though I'm running back towards ACL, I will take football being back for the fall for now.
Just hope your whole football team doesn't get COVID with the 600 cases.
Well, one of the kids, one of my friends actually he's a walk on. He's actually starting fullback now. He's gaining time on special teams. So hope he plays.
That's sick.
He said
that's so cool.
He gives. Every time I see him, we always just surround him. We're like, all right, what's the scoop on the team? How does it look? How are these players looking? It's hilarious.
All right, birdie of the week. Birdie. It started out as a bogey, but then it turned into a birdie. I woke up one morning, did not know where my key was.
Ooh,
my key to my car. So that was bad for 2 days. But I found
2 days.
Found it. Yeah, 2 days. It was bad. I was starting to doubt that I was going to find it.
Oh my God.
But then somebody struck me up a conversation with me because I was wearing a St. Christopher medallion on the end of my chain, and they were like, "Is that St. Anthony?" I was like, "No." And I was like, "What's St. Anthony?" They were like, "If you pray to St. Anthony, they help you find things." The next morning, I do a St. Anthony prayer off of YouTube. 1 minute later, I found the key. 1 minute.
Pat, are you a religious guy now?
Where was he's a religious guy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confirmed. Have I been to church in the past?
You and Webb Simpson could go to church together on Sundays.
Have I been to church in the past? Let's not say how long it's been, but but the bogey. The bogey is how
the keys.
The key was deep. We have a 10-year-old couch, and it was deep in this like crevice that you wouldn't even know how it got there.
Okay. That makes sense.
It was in the inner workings of the couch.
Cool.
It was in the inner workings of the couch. So anyway, my bogey of the week is how I played golf when I played once here at Syracuse so far. The driver was laughably bad.
The Sim Max.
My
driver's been really bad too, actually.
I went with a 50-yard toe to the right off the first tee, top off the second tee, then like OB off the third tee, OB off the fifth tee.
Into the woods. Dude, at that point, you put the driver away for a couple holes.
Yeah, but I went into the woods on I think 7. Then I punched out, got up and down from like 170 yards.
Wait, so what are we saying that we can do the St. Anthony prayer every time we can't find a ball? Can we just say Anthony prayer and find the ball right there? I just realized that. That's a good like one. Off the tee, if it goes in the woods, like just do a little prayer and then you're good to go. Like you're not gonna lose it.
Yeah. Iron play was phenomenal. It was Colin Morikawa status for me at least. But
I got new irons.
Which means I was putting it like 30 feet away.
I got new irons last week. Used them for the first time. And they're hype. The P790s, those are some hype golf clubs. Like I didn't think I thought like I might not hit them the greatest because they're not as forgiving as my old clubs, and like they are hype.
Dude, they're so.
I'm playing tomorrow.
They're so.
I'm playing my first college round tomorrow. We'll see how that goes.
I've played in the week and a half, so that'll be fun.
I think we're playing one of the City of Boston courses, William J. Devine or something. I don't know. Not a great course, but.
Donald Ross design, 7,800 yards.
It is a Donald Ross design, actually. Yeah, it's a Donald Ross design.
63 by Rory.
I think it's only like 6,000 yards, though, but still.
Longer than Silvermine.
True.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, I feel like we can wrap it up. Next week, we have the Safeway Open. Let's go.
Can't wait.
But then we got the U.S. Open, which is going to be very hype. In September.
That's going to be insane.
Yeah, very hype.
Football is back next week.
Yeah, no, crazy.
Exactly. Football is back next week. So, yeah, a lot's going to be happening before the next time we see you. So,
yeah.
We'll see you next week and we'll tell you who won $15 million. Peace.